Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. I had this in my bookmarks for about 2 months, maybe a bit more. I was gonna record it earlier on, but I completely forgotten that I bookmarked it. So this is going to be a reading of the website Miskin Media article on anime and allegation. This is written by Tia McGrew, and this is going to be talking about the controversy surrounding the Anime League. I'm going to put a link to this article in the description below, so you can in the description below, so you can give it a read. I don't know anything about this. I have not read it. I don't even know anything about the actual author or the website itself. It was just I went hunting for like Mike Towers related things on Google, and this is one of the things that popped up. So let's give it a read. Vastly popular among the cosplay community, London Anime and Gaming Convention is a event aiming to, according to their official website, bring anime fans, gaming fans and general geeks together. Though that through means such as online forums, social media, real-life meetups, and recognisably conventions, running official conventions across the United Kingdom as early as 2015. The organisation, known as Anime League, has faced its fair share of controversy throughout the years, which still remains prominent to this day, with the group arranging over 50 events a year. That's a fucking lot, but it's mostly geek meets now. Over 50 events a year, ranging from small free community meetups, geek meets, free mini cons and full-scale conventions. They also claim to have their own active and lively forums and multiple meetups aiming to gather their attendees and fans in general to talk to one another. Furthermore, the site claims that the company has their own goals and values, which consist of building a home together with their members, standing up to bullying. That can't be right, because far as I know, Mike Towers likes to molest little girls, and I'm pretty sure that's bullying in some way, shape or form. Giving everyone a chance, constructing a family and moving forward together. Judging from this, outgoers can assume that the convention, as well as the people behind it, are friendly, welcoming and are able to produce a safe and healthy environment for individuals of all ages alike. Then what's with the allegations that have been held against this event for the past few years? What are the allegations? Well, everyone knows, but let me just see if there's any more in this. Michael Towers is the head organizer and director of the Anime League. He has been the centre of a dispute. In 2004, Towers created the group to unite fans across the country, back when it was limited to an online forum, as well as various meets and events. However, things seemingly began to go downhill for the event years after, to which Towers, a well-known famous cosplayer, and a well-known famous cosplayer known as Kenny Chan, who was a regular attendee, fell into a public argument. This surrounded Chan posting a troll comment to an individual who was asking to be a golfer for the event. I have no idea what that is. I know the golfer animal, but I don't know what that is related to the event. Due to this fallout, Chan was removed from any following Anime League events. Overall, this reflected badly on both parties, being a rather small misunderstanding that was gradually blew out of proportion. But more so, this brought Towers into the negative spotlight of the community. No one likes a fucker, in other words. Well, we all know that, so. Allegedly, an argument took place between Towers and another member of the Anime League known as Alex Baker, to which he criticised the way Towers handled the situation. After being let go from the group, Baker went on to make claims that have affected the way people see Towers, as well as LAGC declaring that a friend of his came to him and made claims of apparent sexual advances towards himself from Michael Towers. In March 2017, Baker made a public post on Facebook to which he accused the company of withholding charity money. Well, that is actually true. They do that. If you donate any sort of like money to a charity that Anime League is sponsoring, that charity will not get a cent of that money. Anime League members will take it for themselves. So do not give Anime League any money. As well as bringing these allegations to attention, Baker stated that Towers has been taking part of conversations both online and online with a variety of underage individuals. In the time that he'd known him, to which screenshots of the assumed conversations were linked to the post. In other words, Towers has been probably flopping his dick about when he's camming with children again. Tends to do that sort of thing, him. Don't let your kids speak to him. Since then, more supposed victims have came forward, sharing their own personal experiences with Towers. It's up to debate whenever or not the claims, as well as any attached photos and screenshots, are legitimate. We cannot come to full conclusions, and all claims have been regarded as hearsay. It's been presumed that further proof of wrongdoing on Towers' part was privately shared to Baker during this time frame. Towers stepped forward and spoke about the charity money, stating that all due amounts had been paid 1 week prior to the post being made. Following this, Baker claimed that he had filed a case with the police on the victim's behalf, also noting that all provided information have been passed up to the CID. However, we'd still have yet to hear about any further developments regarding this. That is the only problem. It is the victims themselves that need to report it to the police, not someone reporting it to the police on their behalf. The police won't do fuck all about it because Baker was reporting to the police on the victim's behalf. So the police and the CID will not do anything about that. It's the victims of the sexual assault that needs to come forward and call the police themselves. That's how it works, and they need to provide evidence as well. Unfortunately, you can't do it on people's behalf because the police won't listen to you. How did Anime League react? During this period of time, Anime League made no attempts to comment publicly on the situation or raise any kind of defence against the rapidly developing claims made against them. Additionally, any mentions of the allegations on Facebook or the website forum were more so deleted as they were posted. So much posting about the topic resulted in an immediate ban on any of their available platforms. Vendors who are inquiring about refunds on their stalls following money controversy had their posts removed, so they're conning the fucking stalls, fucking hell. And were consequently blocked from making any further posts on their site. They're even screwing over their attendees and their stall holders. They're scam artists, this group is. In March the same year, a public statement was released by Anime League as follows. While we understand that the people wish to discuss current events and enjoy the gossip and rumours shared in the community, we feel that our event pages and message boards are not the appropriate place for negative and or unsubsequently commentary. Ultimately, we want to create a drama-free and stress-free environment for our members and attendees, so such behaviour will not be welcome and accepted. That's the thing, is I actually posted links to evidence of Mike Towers' wrongdoing, and even I got blocked from their Facebook group or their Facebook page, I think it is. Sometimes I do see advertisements like sponsored posts and that for their upcoming events, and it does let me post to it, so I put all the fucking shit on there. And yeah, like I think last time I did, like about a month ago, I got 2 responses saying that it was good of me to actually put information on there, and I actually got 2 people to change their mind, because like there was this one mother who wanted to take her like young daughter there, and I got her to change her mind and cancel her tickets. So that was good on my part, because I do not want children to be hurt by Mike Towers, especially if I've got kids in the household now and are like really young, so I care about the kids in my house, my niece and nephew, so I pretty much care about other people's kids, and I do not want other people's kids to get hurt by this monster and this event, so it's best to keep away from this lot. No further comments has been made by the situation since. From this point onwards, attendees, cosplayers and vendors alike have prompted Anime League to be faced with the constant backlash, accusing the company of a cover-up, attempting to sweep the allegations under the rug in order to not affect their group or operations, and thrust for it not to reflect negativity on their name as a result. Moreover, the majority involved believe that there could have possibly been a matter of attempting to silence the situation due to victims claiming to have faced a great amount of backlash. Victim blaming, that's I think Towers does blame victims as well, that's another thing he does. The comments are flooded with people sharing their own particular stories. Michael O'Connell, I think I follow him on Twitter. I also read one of his DeviantArt posts on them like about a year ago when I first started talking about this subject. Michael O'Connell is an individual who claimed that he worked closely with the Anime League in the past. He has been spotted on various threads and videos about the subject, giving his own input on the matter. Hello, my name is Michael. Online I am often referred to as No Word Count. I was one of the original administrators on the Anime League during its creation in 2004, even though they said it was 2005 it would come about. Did it? Oh, probably not, I don't know. In the span of 3 months, I was made aware of him taking advances towards at least 3 underage girls. As you can probably guess, I was swiftly let go from the staff when I made this information public. I have heard of at least half a dozen cases since, largely from women who have contacted me personally after hearing about my initial run with Michael Towers. That's the thing, is like it's a bit like the BBC. Now the BBC is full of fucking paedophiles. The first one was like, I think it was like Gary Glitter and Jimmy Savile, and every time people try to give information about him, like about them being molested as a kid, they was told basically fuck off, because Jimmy Savile was protected by the BBC until he died. So yeah, Anime League protects a paedophile, in other words. Sadly, no one wants to actually come forward to testify publicly for fear of reprisal, but that at the very least I can confirm that his behaviour has been allowed to get away with it for the past 15 years. He should be in fucking jail, and that group needs to be closed the fuck down. How does the community feel? With the unfavoured news about Anime League circulating around the community, its reputation has stuck with the community since. Word of mouth passing from person to person. However, taking into account that it's been a few years since the initial incident, how do cosplayers feel about the convention now? We asked some people for their thoughts on the matter. All names will not be mentioned in order to protect the privacy of those interviewed. I'm guessing it's a fake name. 20-year-old cosplayer from Brighton responded to us saying, I haven't been to Anime League. All I've heard was negative things. Really, lots and lots of accusations revolving around paedophilia and SA. I don't know what that means. Concerning the owner and other staff members, I would definitely not recommend Anime League as a convention. Okay, I keep forgetting what that means. London Anime Gaming Convention. There you go. That's what it means. As a convention, I say if you have no choice but to go, i.e., I already bought the tickets unknowingly, ensure that you're in a group and stay safe. Of course, I heard about the controversy. Luckily, I was informed about the dodginess of Anime League very early on. I believed them, with all the people that have came forward with horror stories. Hell, I even know people personally who had horror stories from Anime League conventions. We have loads of unconventional conventions in the country that are so much better and safer to visit. Where am I going? There we are. That's the thing. And also another one, if you bought tickets without knowing what's going on, and if you found it, I know you can't get your money back for the tickets, but phone your bank and do a chargeback. That's the only way to do it. Explain the situation to them. They should get your money back for you, and it will cost Anime League staff more money that way, so you can screw them out of money that way, which would be pretty fucking funny. Others who have attended Anime League conventions themselves also have their complaints about the event. Oh, I've got a frog in my throat now. With the controversy put to the side, stating that the convention was extremely crowded with poor management, with ineffective is that a word? Merchandise that went as far as to contain stolen artwork sold at vendor stores. That's another thing. They sell stolen shit. In addition, there was no age-restricted areas, meaning minors who are often in the same space as adults. In other words, the adult art sections, that sort of thing. Conventions were also typically held in hotels, with people claiming this could possibly make it easier for individuals with ill intentions to prey on the younger demographic. Predominantly due to cosplay being a confidence booster for minors, often causing them to feel much older than what they actually are, and making themselves therefore vulnerable to predators. Multiple bars were available at the conventions, with underage drinking being a key issue at the events. Attendees noting that there was a lack of staff to keep an eye on the matter. Inappropriate and sexually suggestive content was allegedly on display for minors to see, including merchandise of a pornographic nature. Overall, attendees stated that the convention is not a safe place for young people, vulnerable people, and also people with disabilities with the lack of access. Stephen, a 21-year-old cosplayer who is a regular convention attendee, said, "I think I went like twice from memory. The first run was my second or third ever con, so at the time it was like meeting a lot of people who I am now still friends with. So it was actually pretty good experience. Like, it must have been the only time I ever got loads of pictures at a con as well. I think from memory I was told about it at MCM London, which some people I met there was going, and they invited me. Obviously at the time I didn't know any of the stuff, but I have since heard about the issues with the organisers and how unsafe it is, especially for young people. I think I only went a second time because I had a friend who was going, and I wanted to make sure she was safe the whole time, and it was a very different experience. I just couldn't really enjoy any of it because of how uncomfortable it was. I definitely wouldn't go back, and I'd advise anyone else against it too. It's just not a safe con, especially with Mr. Towers about. I have heard a load of shady stuff, and a lot of it from someone who used to work at the con, so I can't look past it, and I support that." And that was it. So that was the article about Anime League and an allegation by Miskin Media. Interesting read. I quite enjoyed reading that because it give us a bit more information. Most of the stuff I already knew, but it's nice to actually see an article about it. Hopefully people would take this more to like the mainstream media, like the press, the BBC, the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Daily Star, and the Metro, and ITV News, Sky News, that sort of thing. Get this spread about as much as possible to get that fucking group shut down for good. It does need closing down because it's a danger to kids, and they con people out of money, and they con artists out of their artwork by bloody stealing it. So yeah, I really hope that this event gets shut down for good. Sadly, I believe it's too popular to be shut down, but there's always hope. We can always keep pushing for its closure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. The link to this article will be in the description below. You can support me by donating to PayPal or Coffee by the links as seen on screen. I will see you guys next time.